I'm Susan Wood Richardson. I am Randy's widow. I am, along with Pat, his last two wives, to live up to our vows of until death do we part. He's had a very rough 10 years, and he's had some very kind, good people helping him during this time. I would like to mention their names and thank them now. There is Richard Maris, sitting over there, who has been his 24/7 days a week aide. And Randy turned the clock around and seemed incapable of talking during the day, but he talked a blue streak at night, and some of it was because of the injuries to different parts of the brain, was words that always didn't match what he meant, but he knew it. And Richard had a way of dealing with his conversations and having these conversations with him, and he was just a remarkable relationship. I also want to thank some of the other people who took over the things that a husband does or that are done in a family. Anthony Catania, who took over the details like taking out the garbage, getting the workmen to do repairs, getting the mail, doing all of the things that are needed in a household. And I guess the fancier name would be property manager. Kathy Larson, who was our bookkeeper and looked after details. Joan Tennant, when we first married, we discussed what we wanted to do, and Randy had such a gift for writing and saying things in his own way that we got hold of someone who he could dictate to, and that was Joan Tennant. And then Zachary Bliss, with whom he built boats. I asked to talk because besides his foundation work and his great theories, there was a lighter side to Randy. He loved music. It sustained him through these difficult times of his illness, and it was a joy throughout his life. He loved dancing. He loved most of the things all of us love in life and did them with zest. And I wanted you to know this. He also worked with Tony Little, and Tony Little was a carpenter. He was a clerk of the works. Randy thought he might go into building houses and turning them over, a kind of real estate operation as well as something he enjoyed doing. So he went and volunteered with a company that built buildings, and he came with a lunch pail, asked for no money, and worked under Tony Little. And that was a very interesting period of his life. I also would like to thank Louis Mackel, an architect who's here, who built us a house for our old age. We built a ramp before we did it, but we knew we would need it. And this house helped us to live as comfortably as we could throughout this period. I think everyone here has told wonderful stories, but the wonderful part about us was that we were so different, and yet we got along extremely well. We came from different backgrounds. I was, in some ways, a poster girl for the feminists because I did a job in a man's world. I was a photographer for magazines, few were. He was a poster boy for conservative and neoconservative not politics, but thought. And here we were. We fell in love. We enjoyed each other's company and never had a problem about that. He was collegiate and friendly and interested in people. We went to photograph. He came along as my gaffer and grip. That means someone who does the lighting and someone who carries the equipment. when Donna Shalala, who was part of the cabinet of Clinton's administration, she was Health and Human Services, asked me to come down and do her official portrait. I thought it's either going to be fireworks or, who knows, maybe he could be the boy toy we needed to charm her. And indeed he did. Photographers do often bring along someone so they can, the subject doesn't feel so self-conscious and can talk with someone. And they talked about, I thought, well, they'd stick to golf. But no, they talked about Russia, and were very much in agreement about tyrannies. In any event, I wanted you to know that he had a softer, lighter side to him, and all of us enjoyed it very much.